In this video, I'm gonna show you 7 different things you must prepare before your chicks arrive. And stay till the end because I'm gonna be talking about a common issue and how to solve it. Pasty butt. Hi there, welcome to the Happy Chicken Coop YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me today. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also subscribe to our website, thehappychickencoop.com. If you subscribe using the link in the description, you'll receive a free ebook on the 10 best egg-laying chicken breeds. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. The time is approaching. Your chicks are going to be delivered soon, but are you totally prepared? It may seem like you have everything, but if it's your first time, then there's a good chance you've missed something. You don't want to be running around like a headless chicken when they arrive, so it's best to double check everything now, which is why I put together a list for you. So let's dive in here. Number 1, a brooder box. A brooder box is an absolute necessity. No matter what size your new additions are, chicks or pullets, they need their own secure space. They need to be isolated from your birds to prevent possible cross-infection. The quarantine period should be no less than 2 weeks minimum. The longer the better, but anything over a month is too much. Also, for their safety, chicks need to be at least 2/3 the size of an adult before they are mixed in with the big girls. Otherwise, they may be severely picked on. The only exception would be chicks by a mama hen who is already a flock member. She will protect her babies. They need to be safe from predators like dogs and house cats. The box or container needs to be large enough to comfortably hold the chicks and their food and water. A plastic tote bin with a secure lid would be ideal. A cardboard box or similar is also fine as long as it's secure. If you are brooding outside of the house in a barn or outbuilding, for instance, the brooder needs to be strong enough to withstand predators like raccoons, minks, and foxes. The second thing, correct bedding. Bedding for chicks needs to be absorbent because they poop a lot. It needs to be easy to clean up for you since you'll be doing housekeeping at least twice a day to start off. Pine shavings are relatively cheap and easy to find in farm stores. They have the benefit of a bit of traction for the chicks and they smell nice. Chopped straw is also good for chicks. I tend to lay down a piece of burlap under the shavings for the first few days as the smooth plastic surfaces can be slippery for them. So giving the chickens something to grip on, reducing the possibility of spraddle leg or injury to very delicate ligaments and tendons. The third thing, a heat lamp or an alternative heat source. A heat source is vital. Without heat, your chicks will likely die. Until they are fully feathered out, they need supplementary heat. There are several kinds of heat sources available to you. The old-fashioned heat lamp is very popular and it's cheap. However, you need to make very sure that it is securely fastened because of the possibility of the fire. It is one of the #1 reasons people lose chicks should your lamp come into contact with something flammable like the shavings. There are a couple of companies that have come out with a heating plate which is raised so the chicks can huddle underneath, much like mama hen. They're not cheap, but they're worth the cost over the safety of worrying about if your heat lamp is secured. Always have a secondary heat source ready just in case one of your current ones burn out. There's nothing more devastating than a clutch of chicks chilled to the bone. A chilled chick can easily die without heat, so you don't want to be caught without a backup plan. You also need a thermometer to ensure that you aren't over or underheating your baby chicks. You can place the thermometer on the floor of your brooder box at the hottest point or directly under the heat source. The next thing you need is water and a chick waterer. Water, the essence of life, is extremely important. All creatures need water to survive. Chicks are no different. Initially, they are clumsy little things and they will upturn waterers, fall in them, and drown if it's too deep. And of course, they will poop in it naturally. Your waterer should be sturdy enough to withstand some abuse. My chick waterer is a quart glass mason jar with a plastic dish attached. I also put pebbles into the dish so the water is not deep enough to drown in. You will need to change out the water frequently since the chicks don't seem to care where they poop. I always wash and rinse the dish each time and the container daily, even if it doesn't look too dirty. The reason for cleanliness is for 2 reasons. First, you don't want chicks eating the bacteria from their poop because they can get E. coli and salmonella. Secondly, the water is going to be kept fairly warm if you use a heat lamp, and heat promotes the growth of bacteria. Now, it's also been said that chicken nipple waterers are also suitable for chicks to use because they will eventually figure it out. However, I would still keep just a regular type of waterer in the brooder for a few days just to be sure in case they don't know how to use it. The next thing is feed and a feeder. Chicks need a special formula called Chick Starter. It is high in protein and contains all the nutrients the bird needs up until 6 weeks of age. You can buy medicated or unmedicated feed for your chicks. Medicated feed contains coccidiostat, which helps the chick develop resistance to coccidiosis. If you have chickens already, medicated feed is definitely worth thinking about since chicks are highly susceptible to coccidiosis, and that disease can spread from your older birds to younger birds. The feeder itself can be a gravity feeder similar to the drinker principle, or or a trough feeder. I prefer troughs because it's larger and everyone gets to eat, but it does have its drawbacks. There are always 1 or 2 chicks that will stand on the feeder and poop, which is quite wasteful and rude in my opinion, but you'll need to make sure you clean out the feeder daily. A quick note, chicks need grit to aid in the digestion of their food. Chick grit is much smaller than regular chicken grit, and you will only need grit if you're going to feed veggies or fruit in addition to the regular chick feed. The next thing they need is electrolyte and probiotic solution. There are several different brands out there, but essentially they all do the same thing. Give the chicks a boost right at the beginning, just to add to the water following the instructions when your chicks arrive home. It's also useful to have around just in case one of your birds look poorly or isn't thriving like the rest. The probiotic helps with digestive health in the chickens, and the electrolyte solution ensures they get the correct balance of necessary trace elements to start out life. The next thing I'm going to go over is the first aid kit, but I want to let you know just to stay till the end because I'm also going to help you come up with a plan for Pasty Butt. All right, so the first aid kit, you should have one already for your older birds, but in case you're new to all this, here's what your chick box should contain. 1, Q-tips for cleaning the muck of your chickens. 2, pipe cleaners. These are used if a chick has curled toes. 3, a small pair of scissors for snipping badly matted fluff. Use with extreme caution. Number 4, electrolyte solution for poor looking birds that need an extra boost. Band-aids to treat like any kind of injuries like spraddle leg. And lastly, number 6, a dropper for chicks that can't or won't eat or drink. A small dropper can be used to give fluid slowly to a challenged chick. A quick note, spraddle or splayed leg is caused by the chick trying to walk on smooth surfaces such as plastic or cardboard. It's easily prevented by using paper towels or like the burlap option I suggested under the shavings for the first week or so. Once the leg muscles are strong enough, the burlap can be removed. All right, now let's get into the Pasty Butt plan. If you've never raised chicks before, you might be surprised to learn that they could become backed up when their droppings clog up their bottom, preventing them from defecating. This is a serious issue and can actually cause death if not treated immediately. Now, here you go. Here's the plan. If your chick has Pasty Butt, use warm water, paper towels, and gently remove the blockage. It takes patience. Basically, what you do is you just let your chick, I guess you can let their legs hang in the warm water and obviously let their butt get submerged. But if you want to, keep them, if you're afraid that they'll drown, or if the water is shallow enough, you can just allow them to stand there, and naturally, I'm sure the plug on their butt basically will soften, and then you just continue to pick them up and clean their behind pretty gently. Now, a quick note, never rip the plug off as it can cause pain and bleeding internally and externally. In severe cases, be prepared to hold your chick in warm water and soften the blockage. So now you're officially ready for your chicks. Now, enjoy these little guys and take lots of pictures because they grow really quickly. I can promise you with a few weeks, they will be outside with the big girls and looking nothing like they used to. If you give them a great start in life, they will reward you with lots of nutritious eggs and laughter as you watch their antics and free psychotherapy. Who could want for more? If you found this video helpful, please be sure to check out this one over here. That's going to do it for us here at the Happy Chicken Coop. Thanks for listening. If you find our content interesting, if you learned something new, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And with that, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.